Hi guys, in today's video we're going to take a look at how to find equations for moving objects and how to graph two or more of those equations on a grid in order to find their intersection. Alright, so first we have this problem that we're going to take a quick moment and actively read. That means we're going to read through it very quickly and then try to go back and find the important information. So the problem says that Jim and Alexi are brother and sister who are always competing. Today they decide to race one another. As Jim is younger and slower, Alexi gives him a head start of 50 feet. On average, Jim will run 10 feet every second, while Alexi runs 20 feet per second. Now, we've read the problem, we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at what actually matters to us. Because the problem asks us to write an equation for each runner and then to sketch a graph of the race. So if we read the first sentence, Jim and Alexi are brother and sister who are always competing. Does that really matter towards writing an equation or sketching a graph? No, it doesn't, so we move on. Next, today they decide to race one another. Again, this has no math in it, has no real bearing on solving the problem. Next we have, as Jim is younger and slower, Alexi gives him a head start of 50 feet. Now we have something to highlight. So he says that Jim gets a head start of 50 feet. The next sentence says, on average, Jim will run 10 feet every second, while Alexi will run 20 feet per second. Again, these are two very important pieces of information. So we'll say Jim is 10 feet every second, and Alexi, I changed colors, is 20 feet per second. So now we've gone through and we've actively read. Let's write the equations. So in our steps over on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see it says, write the equations, determine rates. Fortunately for us, the rates are kind of given to us. Jim, it says, runs 10 feet every second. So that's 10 t, or 10 for every piece of time that passes, in this case seconds. While Alexi is 20 feet per second, so 20 t. B, it says consider any other factors. In this case, we went and we saw that Jim gets a head start of 50 feet. So we go ahead and we plug in a plus 50 for Jim. And now we have our two equations. In the next video, we're going to take a look at actually making the graphs. And I'll get to that in just one second, and I'll see you guys soon.